B-Marsh Boxing back at it with another boxing video. Now this for the irrational fans. You could be an Anthony Joshua or Dillian Whyte fan. That's well and fine. I'm talking about the pathetic ones. So if you're not pathetic, this ain't addressing you. I'm talking about the pathetic Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte fanatics who out here trying to use reverse psychology, trying to flip the script. And ever since Anthony Joshua has lost, they've been blaming Wilder for these transgressions happening with these United Kingdom heavyweights. Like I said, if you're not a pathetic fan, irrational, Anthony Joshua or Dillian Whyte fan, this video ain't for you. This is strictly for those who've been trying to use this reverse psychology thing, trying to blame Wilder for Anthony Joshua getting knocked out or stopped by Andy Ruiz. And now Dillian Whyte. The news came out yesterday. Everybody's been on it. Been talking about it more than that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather social media call out. Dillian Whyte tests positive for a banned substance. What it is, we don't know, but according to the multiple news sources, he's been tested positive for more than just one banned substance. We've yet to find out what it is. Eddie Hearn and them got a lot of explaining to do. They let a fight go on after somebody got caught with PEDs in their system. Whatever it is, whatever kind of banned substance it is, they let the fight go on. I'm curious to hear what. Excuse me. I'm curious to hear what Oscar, what's his name? Oscar Rivas' team has to say about the fight going on after the man Dillian Whyte got popped on July 17th. Now, the reverse psychology these fanatics are trying to use, these pathetic fans, because I'm sure there are some decent Dillian Whyte fans and Anthony Joshua. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm positive they are. How many, I don't know. Now, that figure I can't give you. But I'm sure there's some of them who are just accountable and are holding the onus on Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua. First things first, man, they try to flip the script on the Wilder and say, oh, Deontay Wilder lost 100 million. He ain't bet on himself. His bet on himself backfired. He should have taken that DAZN deal. He lost $100 million. Well, I'm pretty sure these boxers ain't broke. Forbes magazine came out with the highest paid boxers for 2018 to some point in 2019. Canelo Alvarez first at 90 million. I'm not sure if that includes endorsements and all those. I think it did actually. Anthony Joshua at 50 million second, and Deontay Wilder third at 30 million. That's what he grossed over, I guess, the last 12 months from when that article came out. And it came out probably about 2 months ago. Alright? So they said this man Deontay Wilder, he lost. He ain't take that money. No, actually Anthony Joshua's lost. He got beat up. He was on the canvas, what? 1, 2, 3. What was it? Once in the third. Or was it twice in the third? Yeah, 3 times. 3 times this man was on the canvas. Might have been 4. But they try to flip the script, say it's Deontay Wilder is the one who lost. Nah, it doesn't work like that. When I go on BoxRec and go look at the records and resumes, it's Anthony Joshua who's been on the canvas 3 times. Now, Deontay Wilder might have been on the canvas once as a pro. Scraped himself off the canvas, got the W. I don't even know who against. I can't even remember. I'm pretty sure I've seen it on YouTube or something. Ain't that pathetic, man? Ain't nothing more pathetic than trying to blame somebody else for your transgressions. Why these British fans can't be accountable These Anthony Joshua fans. Why they can't hold their fighter accountable for getting knocked out by a guy he wasn't supposed to lose to. Now they want to fight in Cardiff. Man, I could even read you some quotes. I'm gonna actually go ahead and read you some quotes from what Adam Smith from Sky Sports, or Sky Sports. I'm gonna read you some quotes of what he said, and you tell me if that doesn't sound like the biggest protection program on planet Earth. Give me one sec. Let me pull up that article. I didn't even mean to read from that article, or even, but it's just I just gotta show you how pathetic they sound. Alrighty, where's this article? Pacquiao, Pacquiao, a lot of Pacquiao articles. Pro chapter 1, whole Pacquiao. Now, give me one sec, man. I gotta find this article. I read it yesterday. I didn't make a video about it. All right, here you go. Jeez, where's this article? Okay, here we go. I found it. Give me one sec. Let me pull it up. Let me find these Adam Smith quotes. And you tell me what this sounds like. Okay, ready? Quote. Really confident. This is Adam Smith telling IFL TV that he's confident Joshua versus Ruiz will take place over there in Cardiff. Quote, really confident. I think it makes all the sense in the world to have it in the UK. It gives AJ a better standpoint going into the rematch. To have it in the UK in front of 80, 90,000 is always going to be a bonus to have Andy Ruiz come over to the backyard here. Yeah, I understand the story of going back to New York where it happened to try and exact revenge in that very arena. But for us, we'd prefer it take place at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the UK. For AJ, it's the most important thing that he fights here. He has to win this fight. End quote. So what? Those 80,000, 90,000 fans, they could fight for him? They gonna step in the ring for him? Sure, I'm sure it's a big advantage. Don't get it twisted. And that's why these Adam Smith. I mean, this guy works for Sky Sports. This guy's an analyst, a commentator. He's a guy who I don't know what other capacity of his occupation over there at Sky Sports entails, but he looks like he calls the shots as far as I remember when he was pressing Eddie Hearn to kind of bring back the fights to the United Kingdom rather than having them over there on USA and on the zone. But it says specific words like it's the most important thing that he fights here. He has to win this fight. Of course, he has to win this fight. But I guess they don't feel confident the man could get it done over there back in the United States. Now, all that stuff about Anthony Joshua talking about he wants to do it in Madison Square Garden, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that one bit. I didn't hear it from his mouth. He could just be saying that, which we didn't hear personally. Boxing, the way I thought it works, the promoter works for the fighter. If Anthony Joshua wants to have that fight back in Madison Square Garden and exact revenge, he could, man. But they want to have it in a safe haven where the man, Anthony Joshua, could feel comfy and cozy back in the United Kingdom. So if he does happen to get those belts, they're going to hold him hostage over there in the UK. You know what I mean? I thought the goal and the plan was to come to the United States and to conquer USA. Yeah, till he ran into a Mexican. a Mexican American fighting Andy Ruiz. And 9 times out of 10, Mexican style trumps that Euro style all day, every day, just like American style. That's just a fact. It is a fact. I mean, we've seen few exceptions. The biggest one I can always think about is John H. Stracey, an English British school teacher, going out to Mexico and beating Jose Napoles, one of the greatest welterweights of all time. That's an anomaly. I seen Lee Selby go over there, or Josh Selby. Oh, it's Lee Selby, excuse me. The one in the law weights went over there to Mexico, man, and he got treated Mexican style, man. Man got battered, rib cage, body shots, left hook to the liver. You know what I mean? So Anthony Joshua fans, not only do they want to fight back over there in the UK because they want every advantage possible, especially the referees, especially Cardiff, man. Come on now, look. When them fellas Anthony Joshua fought over there in Cardiff, the referees, the referee tried to play the third wheel. You know what I mean? He wanted to be a star of the show. He got involved too much, especially the Tackham fight and the Joseph Parker fight. Those both fights were in Cardiff. The Tackham fight, any reasonable boxing fan will tell you that that was an early stoppage. The guy was coming on strong, Tackham, in them later round in round 10. Was nowhere close to being stopped, and all of a sudden the referee stopped it. I mean, look, an Anthony Joshua fan will not say that's what happened, but an objective fan will. You know what I mean? And I'm an objective fan. You know what I'm saying? I have no reason to lie to myself, let alone the people who are listening to these videos on YouTube. You know what I mean? Your reputation's on the line. What I got to lie for? I seen it with my own eyes, and a lot of people will agree that that was a bad stoppage versus Carlos Takam. And then the unification with Joseph Parker, man. That referee was the Italian referee, man. Didn't even speak English. Them fellas got involved too much. Didn't let Joseph Parker get on the inside. You know what I'm saying? He let Anthony Joshua fight from a comfortable distance from the outside where, he can tag the man using his jab. Looked like another Vladimir Klitschko boring performance. And that's exactly what happened, and that's probably what they want to do with Andy Ruiz. Try to bring him to Cardiff, bring some off-brand, nondescript referee from Italy or Bulgaria or wherever to get involved with the fight. Same way Joseph Parker versus Dillian Whyte occurred. You know what I mean? Referee getting too much involved in the fight, letting the home fighter get away with dirty tactics, and just basically not letting the opponent, Joseph Parker, in both instances, get on the inside and do what he has to do to try to win the fight as a shorter guy. What you expect Joseph Parker to be? The man got short arms anyways. What think he's gonna be the outboxer? He has to get on the inside and cause chaos. But the referee ain't let him do that, and it was still a close fight. And when I first watched it, I had it a draw. When I watched it numerous times after, well, I'm not gonna say numerous. I've watched it maybe once or twice after. That's not a fight I'd recommend people to go watch for entertainment. But I see dude winning maybe 7-5. If you told me a draw, I'm not upset. I'm not mad one bit. You know what I mean? It was a closer fight than what people try to make it out to be. So the pathetic Anthony Joshua fans, and like I said, man, if you're an Anthony Joshua fan, you're reasonable and an objective fan. This ain't for you. I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to those who've come out, who jumped out the window, and they made videos, man, and they've been in comment sections. I'm not even gonna say who, because I'm sure they know who they are if the shoe fits. They tried to blame Wilder for Anthony Joshua's loss. Let's keep it moving, man. Yesterday, they tried to blame Deontay Wilder for Dillian Whyte popping dirty. They said, whoa, the man was a mandatory for 600 days. He wasn't no mandatory. He was a number one contender. Don't get it twisted. Please, let's clear that up. And the man Deontay Wilder is the one to blame because he didn't fight the guy within those 600 days. You know, the man Dillian Whyte been playing that victim mentality, going life and death with guys like Derek Chisora in both fights. Yeah, he pulled out the rabbit hat magic trick, left hook knockout, beautiful, spectacular knockout. but he was struggling in that fight. Then he's uses PEDs before he fights Oscar Rivas. What's up with the VADA World Boxing Clean Boxing Program? You know what I mean? I thought they're supposed to catch fighters in these type of instances. Regardless, the man has been caught. But what is tragic and what is criminal, especially after you know of Maxim Dadashev passing away, rest in peace, in the state of Maryland. You know what I mean? Right here in my backyard. You know what I'm saying? This man Dillian Whyte and Eddie Hearn and them, they knew that the man had tested positive, but they let the fight continue. I wonder if Oscar Rivas do. I'm very curious to hear what they have to say. Anthony Purvis, what's good, son? He said, "What up, B? I called it, son. Yeah, man. No question about it. I was hearing that. I was hearing the excuses yesterday. You know what I mean? Some people are trying to make it look like we don't have the 100% proof and facts yet. Well, look, when you're a predicate offender, like Dillian Whyte, a guy who's an habitual repeat offender, then look, the benefit of the doubt is thrown out the window. You're guilty till proven innocent. I'm sorry, that's just how it is, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like that, especially in a court of law. But now you gotta prove yourself that you ain't pop dirty, you know what I mean? You gotta prove that you ain't pop dirty. EJ Boxing Live was good, man. He says, "Morning, B Marsh, UK boxing, sad day." Eddie not no Don King. It's a sad day for y'all over there. They sad for us over here. You know, it's 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 disgusting. How now they're trying to blame Wilder for this. You know what I mean? Saying Wilder should have fought him and he wouldn't have popped dirty. How you gonna try flip and try use reverse psychology on the situation when Dillian Whyte is the one who did this to himself? You know what I mean? Eddie Hearn was flaming up Big Baby Miller. I wonder if he'll have the same energy for the man Dillian Whyte. You know what I mean? Dillian Whyte's brother's big as shit. It's a big dude. That Dean White guy. It's a big dude. Why he let his brother pop dirty? Unless maybe he knew about it. Seems like a cool guy. I like Dean White. But is he Dillian Whyte's manager? Last I checked, I think he is. Why would he let his brother do this? Unless maybe he knew about it. And I'm not saying he did. I'm saying unless maybe he knew about it. Because a fighter on a world-class level like Dillian Whyte, a guy who does pay-per-views in the United Kingdom, this is a major setback. Major setback. World McCray checking in. What's good, man? How you feeling, man? You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to use this reverse psychology on Wilder, man. You guys got to clean up your British Boxing Board of Control UCAD mess over there. Dillian Whyte kept talking about Anthony Joshua's on PEDs. So did Big Baby Miller. Maybe they know something we don't. Maybe they be talking that shit because they've been busted. And maybe they know something we don't and Anthony Joshua never been busted. I don't know. You gotta find out. If you had told me 2 days ago that Dillian Whyte is about to pop dirty for the Oscar Rivas fight, I wouldn't be surprised one bit. Anthony Purvis says, I heard a dude saying another Wilder opponent test positive. That's fishy. It shows Wilder wants no smoke. Get the fuck out of here. Wilder wants the smoke on a level playing field, as it should be. As it should be. And he still wanted to fight the man Luis Ortiz after he popped dirty for a banned substance. Heart pain medicine, whatever the fuck it was. It was something he should have disclosed or should not have taken. Wilder still wanted that smoke. But the pathetic fans out there, fanatics of Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte, who are not even really that crazy about these two fighters, they just hate Wilder. They just hate Wilder because he's a young. No, he's not that young. Because he's a brother from the United States who be talking that shit, and they feel he don't deserve to be where he is, and they think he's garbage. But he ain't got a loss like those two UK heavyweights. Dillian Whyte's loss wasn't as embarrassing as Anthony Joshua's loss to Andy Ruiz, and that's just the truth. And I listened carefully for weeks on, not to all, but a few of those Anthony Joshua fanatic YouTube channel fan pages. And they were in their feelings. 2, 3 weeks later, after being in their feelings, they was quiet about Wilder. It seemed like the disrespect had ceased. They was actually slightly giving him credit for stuff, which was weighing on their conscience because they know what happened. Anthony Joshua lost in the ring. They thought he was invincible. They said he's going to surpass Mayweather as far as earning biggest paydays in boxing, probably reach $1 billion. That's what they said. That's what they thought. They thought he's going to retire 50-0, like Rocky Marciano, 49-0, maybe even break his record. They said he's the biggest superstar in boxing, bigger than Canelo. Canelo's only big in USA and Mexico. AJ's worldwide. They said he makes all this, that, and the third money. Makes $20 million plus. Has numerous millions of social media fans. Sells out 80, 90,000 over there in the United Kingdom, London, Wembley, Cardiff, wherever. Those millions of subscribers, $80,000, 80,000, 90,000 seat capacity filled stadiums, endorsements. All that shit at the end didn't matter when these pathetic AJ fans were trying to bring that shit up as the reason why Wilder should not, AJ should not fight Wilder. The man came to the United States and fought everybody except Wilder. And the one guy and the only guy he ever fought in USA, he couldn't get past him. Damn, that shit backfired and flamed up in their face. Whew. That's cold. So they were hurt. They were in their feelings. They wasn't talking greasy about Wilder for 2 to 3 weeks. Then the fuckery started. They got back on it. Because I guess now the pain from AJ losing, they're not feeling it as hard as they would for the first 2 to 3 weeks. So now they back on that fuck Wilder, blaming Wilder campaign. Sorry, man, you guys just look more pathetic day by day, man, and it's a damn shame. Because some of us had respect for these channels who out here caping for Dillian Whyte and caping for the man Anthony Joshua. But your objectivity got thrown out the window because of the fanboyism. Grown men. I like Deontay Wilder, but I don't be on my channel caping for him. I don't be on my channel making tons of videos about him. He ain't the only boxer on the planet. Matter of fact, I like even lower weights. I like welterweights in those sizes more than I do heavyweights. But I love a great heavyweight fight when the two best are about to get it in. Ain't nothing better. But when they're not, there's nothing to look forward to. So I look in other divisions where they actually have better skilled fighters than those heavyweights. And that's just the truth. All right, Will McRae says Wilder don't even have to worry about the UK fighters right now. Undisputed is right here in the US. Indeed. In an in-house fight on PBC. Yeah, but the man, Andy Ruiz, is not in the clear yet. Please, let's not get it twisted. Let's not forget, the man's not in the clear yet. He has a rematch clause, rematch contract to fulfill. and he has to get past AJ again. You know what I mean? Don't be like Hasim Rahman. Don't do it. You see, at least Oliver McCall, he got a title defense. He beat Larry Holmes after he had beat Lennox Lewis the first time when he stopped him over there in the UK. At least he got a title defense. Buster Douglas didn't after he beat Tyson. You know what I mean? Lost on his first title defense. Don't be another Hasim Rahman, Andy Ruiz. Be Cassius Clay. Cassius Clay shocked the world the first time by beating the man Sonny Liston. They said it's a fluke. It's a fluke. Whoa, he's gonna get smoked in the second fight. What did he do? He came back and beat him again in the second fight. You know what I mean? So Andy Ruiz is not in the clear yet, and neither is in the PBC. Got to put a hold on any what do you call it? Undisputed talk. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's an in-house fight. It's right there. It's closer than ever, especially with PBC. But Andy Ruiz still got some business to handle, and that's the truth. And I'm an objective fan, man. Let's be honest, man. I can't be over here saying, man, anything other than that, what really should happen. Now, do I think Andy Ruiz should go to the United Kingdom? Look, if the rematch contract didn't stipulate that he has to go to the United Kingdom if he does win in a rematch, then no. Because actually it looks like it makes Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, Barry Hearn, Anthony Joshua, and all those people over there, the fanatics of Anthony Joshua, they look pathetic. They really telling the world that they can't win this fight unless they bring it over there back to the United Kingdom, to London or Cardiff, wherever. Cardiff. It's real pathetic, man. What the fuck you come to USA for? To fight a guy on short notice and get smoked. It's bad, man. It's bad. There's no coming back from that, man. And Dillian Whyte, you're sad too, just like your fans. It's pathetic. Wilder did what he had to do. You're supposed to do what you have to do. When you finally get a mandatory position, you fuck it up. You're just like Big Baby Miller. There ain't no difference. You fucking up world title opportunities. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, rest in peace to these pathetic ass Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte fans trying to blame Deontay Wilder for those two UK heavyweights transgressions. Go ahead, look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what's the matter with me? What's wrong with me? Why I can't get this Wilder guy out of my head? Why am I obsessed with the guy? All you're doing is making the man more popular. He's more popular than ever. Thanks to the Anthony Joshua fans. Thanks to Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte too. They love the guy Wilder. They probably wish they had swag like him. Come on, man. All they do is repeat his words till this day. It's supposed to be a rival, but yet you want to emulate his words till this day. Come on, man. That shit don't make sense. Be March Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments, and I'm out of here. Shout outs to AP, World McCray. Shout outs to EJ Boxing Love. Big up, big up. I'm gone. Leave your thoughts and comments. Be Marsh. I'm out.